Hi, today students, today I'll show you the MCQ questions from 22 to 26 from all course CM in Pectide. Now you see, we have our 22 question, number of zeros of a polynomial of degree n is what? So you see, of n degree, say just think x square minus 1, that this is the degree of the quadratic equation. Here the degree is 2, the degree of this polynomial. So if you factor this is equal to 0, if you just write, you will get x plus 1 into x minus, x plus 1 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. So therefore you will get x is equal to minus 1 or x is equal to, you will get 1. You will get two zeros. Yes or no? So that means having degree 2, you are getting two zeros. Now you think about x minus 1 whole square. Now you see here, equal to 0 if you write. This one, if you do square root both sides, clear? Then you will get x minus 1 is equal to 0. Then you will get x is equal to 1. So that means in this case you are getting 1, 0. But if you write x minus 1 into x minus 1, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. It's just repetition, clear? So that means you might get equal to that number of zeros or the less than that. Yeah, that means it is, but it is actually what it is. We can say that x comma 1 1 we can write repetition, clear, repetition of the same. That way you can say it is 2, but equal to 2 or less than that it can have, clear. So we can say that the number of zeros of a polynomial of degree n is equal to n, that is the degrees n, or less than that. That means our option number D is the correct one. But it cannot be the more than that. Remember that. Clear? It may be equal to that degree or less than, because of this condition we can say. Clear? So it is one of the condition. Because of this condition we can say that this is the option for this. Now our question number 23. If the graph of y px, where px is a polynomial, does not intersect the x-axis, then the number of zeros. Already I told you, if this is the plane and this is the axis, if you draw the graph like this, it is not cutting the x-axis at any distinct points, then the number of zeros will be 0. No zeros. Yeah. So here given, then the number of zeros 1, 2, 3, and here option number D, none of these or none of the above. In book it is written none of the above. Anyway, so it is, I'm writing none of these, so that would be the answer here, because this one will have no zero. Clear? So this option is not given, so that's why none of this. They have given in option number 1, 2, 3. Clear? A, B, C, D. In option number A 1, option number B 2, option number C 3, and in option number D none of this. But as per our question, there should be no zero. Clear? So that's why none of this would be the answer. Now number 24. If the graph of y is equal to px is a polynomial, intersects the x-axis at one point, then the number of 0 will be same. If you cut this axis by this line, it is cutting the x-axis at one point. That means this one will have 1, 0. Clear? So if the graph of y is equal to px, where px is a polynomial, intersects the x-axis at one point, then the number of 0 is what? 1, because the degree of that one will be 1 only, linear polynomial. Now on the next question, if the sum of zeros of polynomial is root 2, this is the polynomial. You consider this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now if you compare this one, a you are getting what? 2, and b you are getting what? Minus k root 2, minus k root 2, and c the constant terms you are getting here 1. Clear? We are getting 1. Now the sum is what? They said root 2. The sum formula I told you before, s is equal to, you will get what? Minus b by a. This is the formula. Clear? Now sum of the zeros, they say sum of zeros is what? Root 2. So sum of zeros, that means 1 0 you know. Okay? And here the values you know a you know B. So K is unknown to you. Clear? Some of other zeros you have to find. So here sum means we consider one zero as alpha, another zero is as beta. So sum of zeros you know minus B by A, minus B is what? Minus K root 2. And A is what? It's 2 here. Clear? You see, do the calculation. Now here we are getting alpha. Alpha is given what? Root 2. Root 2. Yes or no? Now B, you have to find what? Here the value of K. Sum of the zeros is already given. Here the sum of the zeros of this polynomial sum is given. So this is root 2 given. Now here is equal to minus minus plus. So it will get K root 2 divided by 2. Clear? Now if you do the cross multiplication, we'll get here 2 into root 2. I'm just writing here. If you do cross multiplication, just I think you won't be able to see this one. Alpha plus beta is given here root 2. Clear? And minus B is given minus what? K root 2. And A is given what? 2 here. Now if you do cross multiplication, you will get 2 into root 2, 2 root 2. And here minus minus plus, you will get K root 2. Now this root 2 will get cancelled if you bring it here. So we are getting what? K is equal to 2. That means this value. So that means as per your question, the answer would be option number C. That means if the sum of the zeros of the polynomial Px is root 2, then the value of K, this value of K will be 2. So you have seen the calculation. So always, whatever the polynomial they have given, you consider this one with this quadratic equation, general formula of the quadratic equation. Clear? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then from there you find out a, b, c. Then consider what is the condition that I have given. Clear? Now, number 26. At most, how many zeros a linear polynomial can have? Just already have mentioned linear polynomial. This is a straight line. It can have only at most maximum 1 zero because its degree will be 1. In the beginning I told you, if the degree is 1, it can have maximum what? 1. Clear? The maximum it will have 1 0. Clear? So only this much I have finished today. So rest of the questions again I will show you in the next video. Goodbye.